Austin Fox's women's gridiron team, and you're watching Gridiron Victoria TV. Welcome back to GVTV. I'm Ali Deane, and before the break we went over week 8 of the GV season, a season that has been full of shocks and surprises. It began in week 1 when the reigning champs, the Bucks, lost to the Monash Warriors in the first competitive Division 1 game since the 2011 Vic Bowl. The Warriors would take this early momentum and hold strong throughout the season, and are still considered to be one of the top contenders to be a Vic Bowl finalist this year. So what's the secret behind being arguably the best side in GV history? I caught up with the Warriors to find out. The Monash Warriors can be compared to the Croydon Rangers in many ways. They're both powerhouses to the east of the city, they're both over 20 years old, and both consist of 2 different teams in each division.
The 2 teams that will be most successful because of the second teams they run in Division 2 will be Croydon and the Warriors. Because what that does to you, instead of having guys standing on the sideline with the Warriors, they've got playing time with the Barbs. So it gives you this supply of experienced players that keep moving up into your team.
When the Warriors affiliated to Monash, it's definitely helped the team. The structure that the Warriors have with the coaches and stuff like that have been excellent, and which is why we get players who come in and they train properly, and so we don't get a lot of injuries.
So that was one of my things. I advised them to be twinned with a university, because I reckon that going forward, if we wanted to get better and get a supply of players every year, that's what we should do, and we did it.
As for their early history, their origins track back to 1987, when they were then known as the Nunawading Warriors.
I saw it on TV. I was watching the Super Bowl one year, back I think in 1988, and it looked like fun. Yeah, so look, we weren't successful when I started playing. We were pretty bad. We got thrashed 100-0, I think, in one game.
In 10 Vic Bowl appearances, they've taken home the gold on 7 different occasions, 6 of those occasions against the Rangers. Just the one, their most recent one, against the Buccaneers in 2010.
But over the last, I think, 10 years or so, we've probably been the best team in the competition. I think we've won 7 out of the last 10 Vic Bowls.
All these years later, the Monash Warriors have taken Victorian gridiron by storm once more, and looking like favourites to win the 2012 Vic Bowl.
Every time we jump into the field, it's just like we have to win. We don't want to be the team to beat. Probably we are. People are looking at us like we have to beat the Warriors. But you know what, that's good, because that makes the games better. Everyone want to win against us, so make a better play. That's good competition.
Monash achieved a milestone in Australian gridiron when ex-Warrior Rory Jude went to the US to play Div 2 NCAA college football for the University of Incarnate Word in San Antonio, Texas.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, I'm the first non-kicker or punter from Victoria to be signed on a scholarship to the United States. Yeah, I mean, it's when I went in, I didn't really know a whole lot about what I was doing. I'd never had any experience with football, but within a short while, I was picking it up, and I got opportunities to play in junior state teams, senior state teams. I played for Australia. I got selected to play in the USA versus the World program in Texas. So, I mean, it's just been one opportunity after another. It's been a lot of fun.
How will Monash come home this season? If history tells us anything, they certainly won't miss out on the main stage more than 2 years in a row. It's now up to other clubs to change history leading up to the 2012 Division 1 Vic Bowl. Now let's have a look at the Week 9 highlights. Week 9 started with the Bucks hosting the Rangers, who they defeated 1 month earlier in Croydon.
No, it doesn't give us confidence at all. The Rangers are, a very good team, as we can see from the Big Bowl last year, and their run last year was great. And, I'm sure that Mark Fairweather will have them up for this.
And Ranger head coach Mark Fairweather did see his boys play an impressive first half, but the Bucks' defence proved too dominant and kept the Rangers to just a safety. Final score: Buccaneers 13, Rangers 2.
They're a tough team, man. Anytime you play them, you know you're in for a battle. And we battled hard today. We didn't play all that well. The one thing about this team in the last couple of years is that we find a way to win, and we stuck to it today and relied on what we do well, and we finally got across the board. But I wouldn't count the Rangers out, man. They're a quality side and they can surprise anybody in this league. So.
Just a small while afterwards, Croydon's second team, the Stars, faced the Gladiators. Despite both sides having issues with numbers and fielding a team this season, the Geelong locals witnessed a hard-fought, low-scoring battle in defence. The Glads clinched the game by the one touchdown, 12 points to 6.
It was a close game. We could have performed a lot better. There was a lot of penalties on our behalf as well as their behalf, but it was pretty sloppy. We could have improved. There's plenty of room for improvement. So next game, hopefully we'll step it up. We'll be a lot cleaner, a lot faster game.
The next day, the Royals found themselves on familiar grounds, where 1 week earlier they went down to the Miners, and also where post-game Blair Black had declared he felt sorry for the Barbs and was coming for the MVP title. His promise may have served as a jinx early on, as he threw this interception that not only gave the Barbs possession, but gave them an early momentum. It seemingly got to the point where whatever the Melbourne Uni Royals could do, the Monash Barbarians could do better. Just when the Royals thought they'd gotten away from this pattern of play through, speedster Chris Toohey, the hoodoo, continued when the Barbs replied in the next quarter, scoring through Kieran Dwyer's pass through to Dean Belassis. And if that wasn't enough, they took the lead through this handoff, resulting in the 2-point conversion and an 8-6 lead over the previously unbeaten in Division 2 Royals. The Royals found themselves running out of time, deep in the red zone. 3 long passes saw the Royals gain enough yards to get within distance of scoring. Black tried to define that winning pass. The Barbs did whatever it took to stop each play, tipping down Black's passes and sacking Black himself. Perhaps with his overconfident statement in mind, on 4th down with seconds to go, no other options available, Blair Black goes in for the Hail Mary that could save the day. It was to no avail, much to Dan Levin's displeasure. Final score, Barbs 8, Royals 6.
You've got to be part of the team. If you're not, there's not two halves, right? There's the defense and the offense working together. And if the offense can't do it on the day, the defense has to do it on the day. And that's what we did today.
That's towards the end. I think it was from the Royals, Mr. Blair Black going for a few Hail Marys. And what was going through your mind just at that very final part?
Well, what was going through my mind is, for God's sake, catch that ball and don't tip it down again. Because couldn't believe we tipped it 3 times. I'm like, just get your hands on it and catch it. The game's over. But hey, I'll tell you what, that was the toughest last minute of any game I've ever been involved with. My heart was not going to take it.
For us, we've excelled in the first half of the season. This is our big gut check now. If we can step up from this, we'll go on and hopefully win the Vic Bowl. If we can't, well, maybe we don't deserve to win the Vic Bowl.
No. I've said it before and I'm going to say it again.
Yeah.
No Division 2 team will beat a Division 1 team this year.
Strong words from Ralph Maggio. Monash's first team, the Warriors, played next against the home side, the Berwick Miners. Mel Martin's boys, looking to impress their veteran coach after a victory the week before, came hard in torrential conditions at their home field. But the league-leading Monash Warriors were always the better side, come rain, hail or shine. Warriors 12, Miners nothing. Well, there you have it. The Warriors dominating the Miners and the Barbs shocking the competition, the Royals, and mostly Blair Black. We're now going to a break, but afterwards we'll cover all the action from Week 10, the festivities in Reservoir, and we'll take an in-depth look at the Melbourne Uni Royals. All that and much more here on Gridiron Victoria TV. Stay tuned.